Everyone, hope everything is going well. I want to discuss the issues that Dan the Cardman laid out in his video and also Vintage Sports Shack. It's about content creators taking content and not giving attribution. And I felt that there are individuals that have taken my content and they don't give attribution for a variety of reasons. Now, a lot of people were hating on Dan, but I don't think people know what he goes through when he does videos. And I had a similar situation as well to deal with. Vintage Sports Shack discussed his side of the story as well. So take a look at his video as well. But I want to look at Dan's video. Dan, I know, has not been too thrilled when people are scared of shouting him out. And when that happens, it'll piss you off because you're doing the hard work and then people don't want to give you attribution. A couple years ago, for instance, Kurt's Card Care, a lot of people mocked me. A lot of people mocked him too in the comment section, in the DMs. And fast forward to 2 years to today. Now everyone talked about it when NorCal Sports decided to shout out Kurt's Card Care at PSA. Now, where was that enthusiasm a couple years ago? It wasn't safe, if you're part of the Go Along, Get Along gang, to go aggressive against Kurt's Card Care, against the Jews. But now, all of a sudden, it's completely all right. Right? I mean, like, Ephus Pitch shared one of the videos, and I did too, from that NorCal Sports Cards at PSA. But I didn't see that same type of enthusiasm a few years ago. That's the issue that a lot of us have. It was, hey, you were quiet then. Why are you speaking up now? If people spoke up when it actually mattered, then you could have had real positive change out there. They would have done something about that. And unfortunately, because since a lot of people are intertwined with the Go Along, Get Along gang, they're not going to say anything. So I think that's where Dan's coming from. And he didn't like the fact that Sports Card Investor, that channel, Market Movers, whatever it was, they used the same thumbnail or something similar to what Trike, the basketball player, used. That's what he was saying. I have many examples of individuals that take content and don't give attribution. I'm not talking about, okay, someone does a video and then they're doing a video and it's news that's all over the interwebs for sports cards. Now, I'm talking about certain topics or certain threads that are just copied verbatim. I have, screenshots of Lamim James copying like the verbiage, basically word by word, of what's in a post on Twitter, be it someone from Sports Cards or even myself or other sports content channels on the interwebs. He's taking it and then he's using it. I've highlighted on Instagram. And when you see something like that on the big channel, like, why don't you give attribution? That's just so weird. You don't want to give people who have hustled their way to where they've gotten, but not give attribution. It doesn't make sense to me. And yeah, I get it. Sometimes it may fall through the cracks, but if it's a pattern over and over again, that's a red flag. I mean, I've seen that even with some of my posts where he's taking the verbiage. If you also want to look at other individuals, you have to ask yourself, why don't they give attribution? Now, I don't want to go too hard on Dustin here. I'm friendly with him. I met him in person. But what upset this Cardboard Life a couple of months ago or a month ago is that in the videos, Dustin used to show the this Cardboard Life without shouting him out. And what information was given to this Cardboard Life is that, hey, look, there are people like Jeff Wilson that don't want people to shout that name out because this Cardboard Life is considered negative. I'm considered negative. We're considered bad for business. And that upset this Cardboard Life. He's like, hey, look, why aren't you saying the name? Okay, if you're tied to Jeff Wilson, that could be a reason why you're not shouting my name out. And that's what upsets people in the hobby. Pushback content creators is that, hey, look, you're not giving attribution to the people that deserve it. And that's a huge issue out there. Like, one of the notes, or one of some of the intel that I've gotten, is that there are people in this hobby that will refuse to do business with you if, for instance, you follow this Cardboard Life, or you like one of his posts. Like, there are people out there that love his work, but they're scared that Fanatics is going to do something on the back end. Because, yeah, he's a bit aggressive. So that is a bit scary, where you have this cancel culture type behavior where if you like one of their posts, if you associate with them, if you collaborate with them, you'll be canceled in some sort of way. And that's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because there are only a few channels that will call out scammers. There are only a few channels that will go aggressively against the influencers and the bad behavior they're committed or they're engaged in. Like, how many channels are going to call out the money laundering that's going on in the hobby? The cocaine dealers or former drug dealers that are just high rolling at Fanatics Fest. How many people are going to cover that? I don't see that many people covering that. But channels like mine are considered negative. Channels like Dan's considered negative. SCR, This Cardboard Life, negative. Vintage Sports Shack, considered negative. Why is that? There are only a few channels calling out the BS. And they're the ones whose fingers are pointed at them. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So let me know your thoughts about this, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.